Greetings, everyone. Sorry, excuse me. Greetings, everyone. Okay, this is me again, Zahra, ex-Muslim, ex-Shia. As usual, if you're new here, I come to help the Muslims see for themselves and decide, hoping the Muslims would come here and see. So, really important. And the religious scholars also. I would be much honored if they would come here to see this and eradicate the blasphemy laws. So we are academicians, researchers, truth seekers. And so we left our religion on the basis of true evidence coming from the Quran, its contradictions and all, errors. And now on this, help for the Shias, right? On Surah 33, Ayat 37, the Sunni Tafsir is correct, right? As what they say, and then it comes that it shows you that there should be no blasphemy if we say anything against Prophet Muhammad according to the findings of their own Islamic scriptures, his own, right, against him. And so who can take him as a true prophet and who should not? If you want to take him as a true prophet, you can take him as a true prophet. But how can we take the ones who look at logic and everything, the true interpretation, and going in detail on this? The Shias have not gone in detail and now helping the Shias. So, what is interpretation of the Quran? AI overview. Thanks to AI overview, we can summarize it. Interpretation of the Quran, known as Tafsir, is the science of explaining and interpreting the sacred text of Islam to understand its meaning, which has a rich history and various methods. Key principles include considering the Quran's literal and allegorical meanings, understanding the historical context of verses, and using the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad as a guide. Different interpretive traditions, such as Sunni. Now, in Islam, it itself has different interpretations, right? Interpretative traditions, such as Sunni, Shia, and Sufi, use diverse approaches. So let alone come here and blame, although I have not tried to take this and misuse it, exploit it, because of Islam having different interpretive traditions, right? I've never misused this. Such as Sunni, Shia, and Sufi use diverse approaches. Diverse mean different, different approaches. And scholars emphasize the importance of interpreting verses within their full context to avoid misinterpretation. So, succinctly put by AI overview and properly put thanks to AI overview on this, key principles and methods. First is the context is crucial. So people coming here telling me Muslim, Shia also, what you see your context, you see, understand your you have different interpretive traditions. So, not that I'm doing anything wrong in interpreting in context. Context is crucial. So, what David Wood has said, right, within their historical and linguistic context, noting that some verses are clear, muhkamat, while others are ambiguous, mutashabihat, and require deeper consideration. So, what have I done in the historical way? David Wood has told you, but you won't take that context that David Wood has said. In the beginning, when the Muslims were less, Islam was new. What Prophet Muhammad did was, have revelations coming from Allah, that peaceful ones, no violence in it. and let them insult you, let them say this, but then later on, when from Makkah he moved to Medina and he had many followers, then the violent verses came up. But you would say, thwart, give up that interpretation in context, right? To history that Dr. David Wood or others, Christian Prince, Mr. J from P Fender channel, YouTube, say, all these others who have helped really make us understand, like they've given their context to these Quran verses historically, but you don't want to take that, and linguistic context. And I think it should be very easy. Allah should have made it easy for us to understand. Whereas sometimes you have to take also you have to take if there is any Prophet. Now, before going to Prophet Muhammad's hadith and understanding, and we're not supposed to, are we supposed to say, understanding the Quran ayat, if in contradictions, we don't have to take the role of the Sunnah, what the role of the Sunnah plays in this. The Prophet's life sayings and actions provide a crucial framework for understanding the Quran, as God appointed him to explain it to humanity. Linguistic analysis, a deep knowledge of Arabic, including word meanings and specific Quranic terminology, is necessary for accurate interpretation. So, thanks to Quran.com and Corpus Quran, I've checked the meanings, all this, to properly show you the contradictions. And moreover, Saudi Arabia has found so many errors in the Quran, thousands and thousands, and they're correcting that, right? So, if you come here and I have you blame us, first of all, lying and all this, or misinterpreting, not being in context. So now tell me, now your Sunni Tafsir is right on context, right here for Surah 33 or 37. And so now, please, I'm on this, please allow me for Shias. Prophet Muhammad, the Shia belief is that Prophet Muhammad knew he was a prophet from early childhood. He was born a prophet who believed in one God and was infallible. He was never an idol worshiper or a polytheist. So later in this ayah of the Quran, Surah 33, ayah 37, when he tells Zaid to keep his wife and fear, meaning be mindful of Allah, the Arabic word is actually being mindful, not fear. But your English translators of this ayat have put fear. So the correct linguistic is be mindful, ittaqu or attaqu, right? That is muttaqi, the one who is conscious or mindful of Allah. So, but they come to the conclusion and they put the conclusion like fearing Allah by being mindful of Allah. But the Arabic actual word means to be conscious of Allah, mindful of Allah. So in this, I'm correct, right? Jafar Muhammad, Madam called Sheikh Hassan. Sorry, yeah, you can ask him to come here, sir. And I would be honored to have him here. I think your knowledge is zero. That's not fair to me, and I don't believe you in that. So, as Shias, we have the right to go through the Quran and do our own research, right? So, do you think it's right for a 9-year-old to understand the Quran and do her own research? Jafar Muhammad? Then how is she in Islam when she doesn't even understand it properly? And you're saying I have zero knowledge. Of what? Of you? What are you talking about? Jafar Muhammad, you must be a Shia. Now you see, a Shia comes here to. So Shias are wrong in this too, distract me like this, blaming me. I want honorable, truthful, honest people. Now I've had enough of you Shias also. Coming like this, please prove that I have zero knowledge. You have knowledge of the Quran? David Wood has zero knowledge of the Quran, of Islam. Christians have those evangelists. Christian Prince has zero knowledge of the Quran. Jafar Muhammad, answer. They always like this. Now he's a Shia. He's always like this. Now he's a Shia. I know him. His comment. Now trolling and this kind of a way. Shias are wrong. Look at it and get help here. I have full knowledge of this ayat. And I should have understood it when I was a Shia, shouldn't I? So as a Shia, how much knowledge do you have? Or bring your ulama here, right? So without having knowledge, relying on your ulamas, what kind of knowledge do you have? Do you have direct knowledge of the Quran? Tell me. Without the ulamas, can you understand Quran ayats? That should be easy for every Muslim to understand the Quran ayats for what they are, without the help of any other for interpreting or understanding the Quran ayats. So as a Shia, when I was a Shia, you're telling me I have zero knowledge? Critical thinking, allowing, I've done my O levels. I've read my Quran. In fact, I've done LLB honors degree from Holborn College, University of Wolverhampton, London, UK. And I've studied between Sunni and Shia. I've done that in year 2000. I've read books. So your claim is a lie against me, a complete lie. And stop it. Because Allah says giving misinformation or lying, falsely accusing a person is haram. You will be destroyed. Surah Zariyat ayat also. And when an evil man comes, you're a Shia that is, like in Surah Nur ayat, spreading false rumors. Don't take it lightly against anyone. Like Allah says, the believers took it lightly by spreading rumors, just listening to them here on heresy. So this, right? Okay, I won't waste much time on you, Jafar Muhammad, but you know what? Kehte hain baat ko barao nahi, but this is very important. See, Shias, look at the lies, look at the injustice your Shia is doing, like Taimur. Okay, so now you think, how did you become a Shia? Huh? What knowledge do you have? So I was a Shia. And what's the other point? Huh? So you know your Quran through what? Like, how do you understand it? Okay. See, no answer. They can't give an answer, these liars. Some of these Shia liars coming here like this, you should be punished by this Allah Yari. Get the marja and punish him according to your own. I wouldn't dare lie like this against a person when I was a Shia like you and Allah Yari. Then get a marja, Allah Yari. Or what is this? You Shias think it is a joke? Then according to you, Sunnis have zero knowledge too. And so look at this ayat as human beings who have, with logic, working with Quran logic also. Although Allah hasn't given us the method of finding out what contradictions in Quran. What is a contradiction? How to find out a contradiction in the Quran? He's just said, if you find much contradiction in the Quran, this is for people of knowledge, people of intellect, people of understanding also. So the disbelievers can academically work on this, try to find out. I've done law, LLB honors degree, and I was a Shia. I've done my research, Sunni Shia Islam also on that. And you're saying zero knowledge on my Quran as a Shia? Put my, when I was a Shia. What about you? Where did you gain your knowledge? From the Quran or from the interpretations and tafsirs of your religious scholars? And how do you even understand a word of the Quran on your own? Can you understand? So putting these kind of blame as accusations, false accusations, is you should be punished for, because being a Shia, you should be severely punished with your that from your Shia religion. Shame on you. You have no shame lying like this. So the Sunni interpretation I found 100% true for Shias. Prophet Muhammad knew he was a prophet. From early childhood, he was born a prophet who believed in one God and was infallible, meaning didn't make any mistakes or errors. So later in this ayat of the Quran, Surah 33, ayat 37, when he talks, when he tells Zaid, it's a command. He commands Zaid to keep his wife in fear. So what the exegetes, Sunni Tafsir experts have written, especially Allama Alusi, I think, or the others also, on gaining the displeasure, Prophet Muhammad did. But the other tafsir and Maududi has put it in this way, that he deliberately commanded Zaid to keep his wife in fear Allah. Meaning, be mindful of Allah. So if, when you're mindful of Allah, they put in conclusion, not the right word of the Arabic, to be mindful of Allah, but they put fear in English of the Arabic word also. So I'm not out of context. Nothing. Moreover, I have the Sunni tafsir I looked at, and it really helped me, as I had beforehand interpreted this ayat, that it is wrong for Prophet Muhammad to do this. Tell Zaid to command him to keep his wife. It's a command, and be mindful of Allah. So this is a command to Zaid by Prophet Muhammad, and should not be taken as a suggestion. Should not be taken as a suggestion. The words keep your wife are not a suggestion, but convey an order or command. Moreover, see Surah 59, ayat 7 of the Quran, right? So this part of this ayat. So take what the messenger assigns you and deny yourselves that which he withholds from you, and fear. Be mindful of Allah, for Allah is strict in punishment. Strict in punishment. Like whatever he, not even haram or halal, but what he hukums, what he commands you to take, or what he assigns for you, take it without question. And what he denies you, withhold it without question, even not making it haram or halal. But just this, you cannot take, you have to deny what he withholds, what the messenger of Allah withholds from you, or tells you to withhold from. Moreover, this, see how strict the Quran ayat is on this? So telling Zaid is a command, and the tafsir, Sunni exegetes have agreed to that, what I came across, interpreting this ayat to mean, this part of Surah 33, ayat 37, to mean right? So we saw all that. I showed you in my previous live streams on this. And these liars, Shia, you should be punished. Call the Aqaf here, wherever you are. According to your Shia Islam rules, laws, Sharia, Jafar Muhammad, enough is enough, okay? So take Surah 59, ayat 7, and then moreover the words fear, meaning, in my words, what I made of, what I found from the Quran, ittaqu or it, that Arabic word means be mindful, not fear. Fear is from khawf. But anyways, they put your translators in English, Sunni translators, and even I think, no, the Shia Shakir is different. Yusuf Ali, they've chosen a Sunni translator of the Quran ayat in English. In multilingual Quran, we can see. So, moreover, the word fear, meaning or be mindful of Allah, convey a religious edict. So, Zaid should not have divorced his wife, right? Containing a religious edict, moreover, with the command, fear, be mindful of Allah. So, according to the Sunni exegetes, we get that he deliberately, Prophet Muhammad deliberately forbid Zaid to divorce his wife. And that is true. Proper interpretation of this Quran ayat. In the words of Maududi or the exegetes, Sunni exegetes, right, Muslim? And we see that Zaid divorces his wife, and Allah agrees to it, since Allah had a decree he wanted to accomplish through demonstration of Zaid divorcing his wife Zainab, then giving Zainab to Prophet Muhammad. So how can Prophet Muhammad tell Zaid here, commanding him deliberately forbidding him divorce, when Allah wanted the divorce to take place and accomplish his decree? So who is not seeing this? And the Shias with their feeble, like what have they given? Measly interpretation, a tafsir here, right? Moreover, they say here about, so starting from Surah 33, ayat 1, Shia interpretation, see, right? This is the effort of the Ahlul Bayt Digital Islamic Library Project. Shakir translation I've chosen, and Puya M.A. Ali English commentary. O Prophet, be careful of Allah and do not comply, so many brackets, the wishes of the unbelievers and the hypocrites. Surely Allah is knowing wise. Now Puya Ali commentary, Shia commentary. Fear Allah, safeguard yourselves against evil with the help of the divine laws made by Allah, and do not obey, hearken, or follow the disbelievers and the hypocrites, is addressed to the followers of the Holy Prophet, not the through him, not the Holy Prophet himself. But this is what the Shia say, addressed to the followers of the Holy Prophet through him, right? Moreover, what is here? The Holy Prophet follows only that which is revealed to him, as has also been confirmed in verses 1 to 9 of Surah Najm. And Najm, Surah. The verb ta'maluna, what you do in plural, confirms this interpretation. So not that I agree with the Shia tafsir on this, that the followers of the Holy Prophet through him are addressed to be careful of Allah and do not comply to the unbelievers and the hypocrites, which he has done when his wives annoyed him and he had to make unlawful what Allah had made lawful for him. That's what he did in Surah Tahrim, ayat 1. So, and Allah addresses him as, "O Prophet," there, right? So here it can't be addressed, since the wives also become disbelievers upon annoying him. And we see in Surah Tahrim, other ayat 6 or 7, 5, right? That Allah will get Muslim wives for him. Allah says, those who submit to Allah, meaning submit. So Muslim wives. So the wives become hypocrites and disbelievers, and yet he goes pleasing his wives, and so Allah addresses him as, "O Prophet." So here also Allah is addressing him, not the followers, because the followers haven't done anything like that, what the Prophet did in Surah Tahrim. So here also the tafsir of the Shias is wrong. Then the Holy Prophet follows only that which is revealed to him. So Allah, what did Allah reveal to him? Or that he concealed and told, like, how can it be that he's doing something, telling Zed something, and Allah wants the divorce to take place? In Surah 33, ayat 37, we see. So this is how we make out, and thank goodness that the Sunni Muslim or other non-Shia Muslim exegetes have worked it out, right? The way it should be worked out, to say that the prophet, it was not appropriate for a prophet to deliberately say this, commanding Zed and forbidding him, commanding him to keep his wife and forbidding him to divorce his wife, whereas Allah wanted something else. And then ask yourselves, Shias, ask yourselves. So all this Shia tafsir falls apart. Ask yourselves, Shias, in the same Surah 33 ayat 37, Zaid we find divorcing his wife when Zaid had completed his want of her, meaning he didn't even want her during the Ida period. After divorcing her, then we gave her to you, O Prophet Muhammad, Allah says, right? Then why did Zaid divorce his wife? Complying with Allah's, what Allah needs to be, what Allah wants to be accomplished, the decree, the Sharia. Huh? So there's an obvious contradiction here between what Prophet Muhammad is telling Zaid and what Allah wants Zaid to do. And so Zaid, it was said, it was Zaid who was mindful of, so where was I here? Prophet Muhammad is commanded to convey Allah's orders and commands. Shia belief also, right? It was Zaid who was mindful of Allah's decree that Allah wanted to accomplish through this divorce, that is, Zaid divorcing his wife. And so Zaid divorced his wife, disregarding the command of Prophet Muhammad given to him. The command of Prophet Muhammad was against the Sharia of Allah. Thus, Sunni Tafsir is correct 100%. Now, this is a conclusion, so I'm not going much in detail again on this ayat and the Sunni exegesis that I took. So, thus, Sunni Tafsir is correct 100%, right? And so is my interpretation of this ayah. Was and has been. So, why did Shia Tafsir experts fail to see this interpretation, which is an obvious and correct interpretation here, where Prophet Muhammad becomes a hindrance, moreover, to what would now come in the Sharia? Why did the Shias fail to see this also? Can we not do this? This is no knowledge, zero knowledge? Jafar Muhammad, according to you? How much knowledge do you have? What do you say about this? Bring your Shia tafsir. I've proven it now. How else can I prove it, Jafar Muhammad Shia? Huh? How else can I prove it? Don't test my patience here. I'm not well. And I thought that the Shias would come here and cooperate. Be good. This is academic. Moreover, this Shia, what is it? Research. You are not supposed to follow your religion blindly. Research on Islam. How are they supposed to? Every individual has a right. Overview, AI overview. Shia research on Islam explores its history, theology, but every individual has a right. Every Shia individual should have, because we are told. So were the Shias lying to us, the ulamas? Jafar Muhammad? Are you okay, Jafar Muhammad? Because this is not a way of the Shia to come. When they have debates, dialogues with the Sunnis, how nice when the Sunnis have been extremists, right? Have been after them, calling them kafirs and all this also, persecuting them in Pakistan. Come, come, have a dialogue with us, you say, right? Your ulamas. And then when the Sunnis children also give us this, that Shia Islam is kufr, you are mushriks, indirectly telling us this, well, I was not able to open my mouth because I wasn't an eligible qualified religious scholar. But they are allowed to say things against us, our religion, meaning. And that against us means we are mushriks then. So we should have that much knowledge to give it to them. And this is what I learned in year 2000 early years. And that's why I made Understanding Shia Islam Facebook page. But now I put false, Islam is false there, dash. So all this knowledge I've gathered from Tafsir, reading history, from how do you gain knowledge? Huh? How can you say I have no knowledge? I've also gained knowledge from the Quran and reading tafsirs, both Shia, even sometimes Ismaili tafsir, which you reject. Being 12 Shias, you reject the Ismaili tariqah, imamat, Imami school. What are you saying that I have zero knowledge? I've gained knowledge from the Quran, the tafsir, studying it, from your religious scholars also, and seeing where your religious scholars on the interpretation or translation of the Quran ayahs in English is wrong. So, gaining knowledge, for God's sake, how can you put, I think your knowledge is zero? What? Can't be zero, right? Gaining knowledge. How do you gain knowledge? You don't even know the definition of gaining knowledge. And by gaining knowledge, you can then critically examine it. Please go. Have mercy on. Imam Ali says in Najul Balagha, oh, friends, have pity on yourselves. So this and now conclusion reached and helping Shias. A Shia like Jafar Muhammad, you don't even know that we gain knowledge by reading Quran ayats and like gaining knowledge outside of this, like outside of us. Now, if I read the Bible, and so I have gained knowledge of the Bible, right? So, is there any way I can help you see? Allah Yari and Allah Yari. I've gone to Allah Yari and said, what is this? What are you people doing? Misguiding. So Prophet Muhammad, so now Sunni Tafsir is correct. Prophet Muhammad did not come up to the position that Allah wanted him to come up to. Come on now, see this, right? So this means your prophet, the prophet has failed. She should be disqualified. Now, Shias, since even more so with you Shias, the prophet should be disqualified. And but what have you put here in multilingual Quran? For, all this Surah 33 ayat 37 and the commentary in 36 ayat of Surah 33. What have you put here? What has Akamedi Puya put here? Don't let me. Huh? Look at what context, historical context you've put, and then you've gone on to what? About this ayat, for goodness sakes. So this is your context, this is your interpretation, this is your tafsir on Surah 33 ayat 37, giving historical context to it only. And what, saying here what? Like what Akamedi Puya says, an adopted son is not the real son. And all other Quranic injunctions are valid in all ages. You did fear the people implies that the right course should be followed, whether the people like it or not. As said in verse ayah 54 of Surah Maida, they fear not the censor of the censorers. This is your interpretation, feeble, measly, No, the Sunni interpretation, the Sunni tafsir is correct. The exegesis. Now we can even check if it is there. Mizan, Allama Tabatabai's tafsir on this ayat, not Aka Medipuya. Aka Medipuya, sorry to say with due respect, this poor man, he's just put it like this, that what kind of tafsir is this, Shias, of Surah 33 ayat 37? Because you see here it says, right? See commentary for verse 36. Of Surah 33 ayat 37, Puya Ali commentary. The wife and fear Allah, but thou didst hide in thy heart, Yusuf Ali, in yourself, nafs. Not qalb or fu'ad. So pick linguistic also, language. I'm giving you how I learned. I learned it through Quran.com, corpus.com, every word. I may not be able to pronounce it properly in Arabic or remember it, but when I was doing contradictions and all this, and on this also, Surah 33, 37, without the help of Sunni exegetes, now with the help of Sunni exegetes, now, after so many years of coming to this side, trying to help, Paul Toffer was here also some years ago. So you mean to say you should say I have gained zero knowledge or incorrect knowledge, not I think your knowledge is zero. Because say what you have to say. If you don't say this, you haven't said at all. Even your Allah tells Prophet Muhammad, the whole Quran is gone, everything is gone. Proclaim this. If you do not proclaim this, and according to the Shias, what is this? That the whole Quran is gone, finished. You haven't conveyed. La ilaha illallah, you haven't conveyed. You haven't conveyed every revelation that Allah has brought down to Prophet Muhammad in his heart by the Holy Spirit, i.e. Gabriel, Jibrail. Proclaim. So all that knowledge through revelation that Allah gave to Prophet Muhammad would be gone, meaning nothing. Nothing. Proclaim what you are told, right? Eid Ghadir verse. So if you haven't got the right thing, meaning an example I'm giving you, Ghadir verses Surah Maida at 67, Ayat al-Tabligh, the verse of proclamation, which commands the Prophet Muhammad to deliver an important message from God. An important message. One, you say Shias, O messenger, convey that which has been sent down unto you from your Lord. And if you do not, you will not have conveyed his message. Meaning it will go to under, zero. All that has been conveyed by Allah through the messenger will be null, zilch, zero. And Shias, although the Sunni told me that it is La ilaha illallah, on MSN Messenger, I met a doctor, young doctor, Pakistani, in a bookshop. And we exchanged emails. There was like a discussion with him started. The context of Ghadir, of whom, and you know, Wilayat of Ali, Mawla, and the Imamat of Ali. And if you miss this, Muslims, meaning forget La ilaha illallah, you have zilch, zero knowledge of Islam then. So saving the Sunni Muslims also. When I was a Shia, kept myself quiet until I loved a lady. I adored her. I believed that I felt that she needed to know the truth. I loved to give her the truth. So then I came out with this, finding help from internet. Maybe the message will reach her. So if Sunnis, according to Shia belief and all, on this Surah 5 ayat 67, Tafsir, if you don't take Ali, then whatever gain knowledge through revelations, it comes to zero. Your prayers, namaz, everything comes to zero. And you will be sent in hell, burning there. According to Shia Tafsir. Succinctly put, summarized. You got it, Sunnis? Context of Ghadir Khum. Now I don't have to read all this. And then the other related verses. Say what you have to say. If you don't say this, you have not said nothing. You have whatever Allah revealed to Prophet Muhammad goes to zilch, zero. You see? You will not have conveyed his message. Allah says here. So what is that underlying thing for the whole message? Otherwise the whole message will be zero. Allama Iqbal says, Allah Allah by Bismillah Bidar. Mana is Zib Azim as Bisar. Right? Son, Hussein, Ali. Ali, the ba under the Bismillah, the dot under the Bismillah, sorry, is Ali. the proper exposition, explanation. Allah says rests on us. And what do the Shias believe? If you miss this dot under the ba, what other interpretations can come true about the Quran ayahs? You will it will not be correct. So I saw the Shia tafsir on this, and I saw the Sunni tafsir on this. And so don't worry about this, Sunnis. Don't worry about this at all. In fact, Islam is a false religion. Risking my life, risking harassment, risking that you Shia Sunnis coming together against us ex-Muslims. Taimur, what he said here, to save both of you. And now what is this Shia saying here? Instead of saying, I think you know knowledge, I have gained. How do you gain knowledge? Can I tell your daughter? Has she gained any knowledge from O levels or any school or not? Jafar Muhammad, did you gain any knowledge? Which knowledge did you gain? Did you go to a O level Pakistani intermediate English English school? Did you gain any knowledge? After having gained knowledge, your teacher, the principal of the college, the whole school says, I think your knowledge is zero. Take you back to nursery. Go back to nursery. Start from nursery. How would you feel? But there, it's not like your life will, many years will be lost. It's not like they will punish you. The apostasy punishment in Islam and blasphemy punishment. Disregarding human, welfare, not to harm people, all that. Where do you have humanity in you, Jafar Muhammad? Do not start your surah with A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim and then Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So your God is merciful and compassionate, or compassionate and merciful, but you are not. First learn Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. What knowledge have you gained if you can't be kind, considerate, understanding, truthful, honest, compassionate, forgiving, like your Allah, little bit. Human frailties, even human weaknesses. Allah has forgiven your dhanbs, your evil. Forgiven, He's wiped out your sins, believers. So you see here the Shias, how they would want to cover this up to save their lives from you Sunnis. But I have gone all out here. You see, risked my life in this condition. And I'm getting financial help. And what shall I give them? What shall I give these Arab Muslims who have helped me here financially? The truth that will save them forever. And not waste a second even here. The truth and only the truth. So if you Sunnis know what Prophet Muhammad, through Prophet Muhammad and his family came, and we took it. And I was born in a Shia family, and I remained I was a Shia. So, like you Sunnis care for the Shias and would say, come on, don't do shirk. This is shirk. Look, I'll show you. Right? You would care so much that go and tell your friend, Shia friend, this is how much I cared, but I had to keep quiet. I could not bring my religion as a school of thought out to my principal even. Sunni Bastaki. And look, the Shias want to shut me down like this, cancel me. Now I want to help the Sunnis and the Shias both. What an obstacle you are. Like your prophet, quoting the Sharia of Allah according to Sunni exegesis. And now on that also is Allah the culprit? Is that important even? Or is Prophet Muhammad? Since I said that Prophet Muhammad is a hypocrite, is a kafir, is a all that through Surah Tahrim ayats and all, right? I have to correct myself at times. If you take this glory be when he says glory be to Allah going to Zayd after having gone to Zayd's house, seen Zainab in a shift, I would take this because you see here, Surah, what does this show? Right? We see again. And what is the point I'm making? For the see, Shias, all that you have said about this prophet and the Quran ayats also say, but the Sunni exegesis is right, and my interpretation was right. So now the Sunnis can't blame me, but the Shias can come and blame me and try to stop me and cancel me. Why? You see, this is the shaitan of Allah. This is not the shaitan of Muhammad. I think he realized, you see, he even, before that, Shias, how did Prophet Muhammad, how come Prophet Muhammad practiced when he was a one God believer in one God, Tawheed, right? How could he practice a nijis, terrible pagan custom? Huh? That even your Shia, how can he do this and adopt Zayd? And he was even kidnapped, and he doesn't know that Zayd was kidnapped until his father came and tried to claim him back, went to Abu Talib. So where's that whole tafsir? How can you say that Prophet Muhammad knows everything that Allah, he knows because he's been informed by Allah. He knows everything. All these things taken into consideration by me, right? And you say that Prophet Muhammad was one God, Abraham, following Abraham, one God believer, not mushrik. Then refer to the commentaries of verses 4, 5, and 28 to 32 of this surah about Zainab, and the Holy Prophet. Right? So we go. You see, Zainab didn't even want to marry Zayd. She was forced by the command of Allah and the messengers, Surah 36. It is not befitting for a believer, man or woman, when a matter has been decided by Allah and His Messenger, to have any option about their decision. So how come Zayd had that option in 37th verse of this surah? And then moreover we go to these verses. How come Prophet Muhammad practiced the pagan Arab? Because because Allah had not brought for him. He's a prophet. At least the Sunnis say he didn't know he was a prophet. Allah could tell him, If you want to adopt a son, this is the way to adopt him. Then all this nonsense would have been finished. This evil of Allah. This using Zainab and Zaid, forcing her to marry Zaid. Just practice this. See, Allah deliberately kept it hidden here. And then He tells Prophet Muhammad, you concealed in your heart. So Prophet Muhammad, what is this ayat telling us? That it is actually the culprit, the main devil is Allah in this. If Sunnis won't understand this, because they feel here he wasn't a prophet, and he wasn't born a believer in one God. He was a najas, pagan, najas, idol worshipper. So fear Allah. Oh, no, here. Look. In the market of Akaz, Zaid bin Harith was being sold as a slave. Your holy prophet Shias, this is Shia Tafsir, the holy prophet purchased him and adopted him as his son. The father of Zaid was a man of means. When he came to know that his kidnapped son, Imam Musa Kazim or Imam Ali Raza, tells someone, you're giving me this much money for homes or whatever, okay, right? Take alms out of their wealth for them and pray for them. Surely your prayer is a source of security and peace for them. Was it which Imam was it of the 12 verse? He said, I can't take these two coins because because this, that, and it came from some thieves and it's stolen money. Please go give it back. Restore it, or I can't take this at least. He knew about it. Your prophet doesn't know that Zaid is kidnapped. Shias for the Shias, yeah? And this is your own Shia tafsir. How much knowledge? You may have gained knowledge like a parrot. Jafar Muhammad, sorry to put it this way, right? Ratta maar ke sab gulp karo. Chewing bhi nahi kiya hai tumne to. You haven't chewed on it. You must have. Allah Yari also, sorry to put it. Sheikh Hassan Allah Yari. ये कैसी knowledge you have taken when on another hand you say Imam Musa Kazim or Imam Ali Raza didn't take that money, that the bag of coins, because 10 coins or 2 coins were, he had knowledge that they were stolen and this and that. Continue here with the Shia Tafsir. Kidnapped son was sold as a slave. He approached Abu Talib to obtain, the father now approaches, father of Zaid, approached Abu Talib to obtain the freedom of Zaid from his nephew. Why didn't Allah inform him that Zaid is kidnapped? Restore this son who is kidnapped son to the father. Now Shias can go kidnapping and taking sons and what? Nothing said about the kidnap. In Karachi, Pakistan. I mean, can you believe it? Somewhere there's lawlessness. The way they use halala also in Pakistan, they've made a business of it. You have to be very cautious. Your Allah has to be very cautious. Kidnapped son is taken, not knowing he's kidnapped, purchased it and made him his son. Father comes, wants to take his kidnapped son from his nephew, goes to talk to Abu Talib, the uncle of Prophet Muhammad. The Holy Prophet at once set him free without knowing. I mean, now he knows about it. It's not Allah informing him, it's the father of Zaid finding his son and informing him, telling Abu Talib. The Holy Prophet asked the people to bear witness. Why the people? Why not Allah? If you say Shias, you say, now reading historical context. What is this from you on this? Huh? Shias? So the Holy Prophet asked the people to bear witness, not Allah. Does it look like he knows he's a prophet here? So the Sunnis are right, right? Witness that from the day Zaid was his son and he was his father. Then he married his cousin Zainab, a very beautiful young woman, to Zaid. It so happened that they could not live happily together. This is another point, another matter. So divorce. So now Allah, if Prophet Muhammad was a prophet here and he knew he was a prophet, Allah could have stopped him here from practicing through the pagan idol worshipping custom, Arab custom of adoption, right? And said, the rule would have come out here. Stop, stop, Holy Prophet. First of all, Zaid is kidnapped. I inform you of this. Another thing is, adopt someone else, restore him to his father. Another thing is, if you want to adopt someone who's not kidnapped and adopt it in this way, Islamic way. Revelations are coming down on him. He's a prophet, you say, Shias, not the Sunnis at this time. Oh. He knows he's a prophet, he just needs to proclaim it, declare it. Shias, according to Shias, right? And he's infallible, and so his suggestion, even his suggestion is like, if he suggests to you, don't do it. But this seems to be a command, because with the religious edict is be mindful of Allah. How can Zaid be mindful of Allah? Surah 33 at 37 now, back to that, right? How can Zaid be mindful of Allah? Oh, goodness. When Allah Himself wants to accomplish His decree on this. So here it would make Allah wrong, where adoption of Zaid according to the pagan Arab custom, taking the Shia belief that he knew he was a prophet. Allah should have then told him, proclaim you are a prophet, right? Or that according to this Islamic way, use it, and then later on when you need to proclaim everything I've told you, proclaim. It's not like the Sunnis say that the angel all of a sudden came on him and started to press him hard. Although maybe Allama Majlisi has mentioned this, but we Shias, we don't believe in that. We say some interpolations have come in our books. I mean, I was a Shia, not anymore. I cannot believe in lies and all this deception where I see betrayal. And this Allah is also the main devil. And then if Prophet Muhammad was the main culprit, as I used to say, then why did this verse come out? And so look at this verse. It is definitely against him, and the Sunni exegetes have confirmed my interpretation of this ayat. So definitely against him, thanks to the Sunni exegetes, not the Shias. So then, what was the point? Needed to come to a conclusion. I forgot it. Excuse me, sorry. Keep your wife and be mindful of Allah. Now, do I have to go through this again and again? while you concealed within yourself that which Allah has to disclose. So please bring Allah Yari, ask him, I'll be honored to have him here and let's watch this, please. Or in his own time, let him watch this. But then you're saying, I think you know your knowledge is zero. Meaning I gained zero knowledge of what I learned. Now I can read. So have I gained zero knowledge in reading? And remember, O Muhammad, when you said, Jafar Muhammad. So the Sunni exegetes say here, Prophet Muhammad, it was okay to say keep your wife, but it's, you see, a friend can advise you. No, don't divorce, it's not nice. And Allah doesn't like it. One thing Allah hates is divorce, right? In our religion. So a friend can advise you like this, but not a prophet in this situation where Allah also has to accomplish and the divorce has to take place. Allah wants the divorce to take place to demonstrate his decree, the Sharia law for all times, for the believers to marry their adopted sons' ex-wives if they want to, if they can't marry them to anyone else. But, forget that. Just this, right? How can, no, he's not a friend. He's saying keep your wife and be mindful of Allah. How can Zaid be mindful of Allah? I think Zaid is more mindful of Allah than Prophet Muhammad saying this to him. And that's why Allah reveals, you concealed within yourself that which Allah is to disclose. And you feared, whereas your khawf, you actually feared. The fear, not mindful. Of course, they're only mindful of Allah, we are told in the Quran ayats. But he had fear of the people, while Allah has more right that you fear him. Now you can't just put it that like the Shia Tafsir would put it for Surah 33 ayat 1, this Surah ayat 1, that Allah is addressing the simply Prophet Muhammad should not have feared the people. He's telling the people, Allah is telling the people in this way, that the Prophet should not fear you people, but he should fear me because I have more right. Allah has more right that the Prophet should fear me. Allah has put it this way. And against the disbelief, like, so you disbelieve, you believers also, see, would you ever do this? Zaid didn't do it as a believer, not as a prophet. So what Muhammad gives you, take, and what he assigns you, take, and what he asks you to refrain from, refrain. And this is surely his command. Edict, be mindful of Allah, said, and keep your wife. Therefore, here the Sunnis are right, Shias, that Allah has admonished, rebuked him like this, the Prophet. His prophet he has rebuked, his messenger is rebuked like this, while you concealed within yourself that which Allah is to disclose. And here concealing within himself, Surah 235 should not be brought. And how the Shias put it on this. So the Sunni exegetes are right about this, that which Allah is to disclose. And you feared the people, Allah is rebuking him, not through him, those people saying, oh, he has to fear me and not you people. While Allah has more right that you fear him. So when Zaid had no longer any need for her, Zaid actually went for the divorce. And also during the Iddah, he had no need for her. So it was completed by Zaid. Whereas Prophet Muhammad's this statement in this verse is a hindrance to what Allah now wants to accomplish, and we'll come to that. While Allah has, so when Zaid had no longer any need for her, he's not listening to Prophet Muhammad's command, deliberately forbidding him. Exegetes say, Sunni exegetes, deliberately forbidding Zaid not to divorce his wife. We married her to you. So when Zaid had no longer any need for her, now should Zaid have no longer any need for her when the Prophet's command is Allah's command conveyed through the Prophet to people? Look at the contradictions. Even Shias, now you look at this. Don't let your Imams and Prophet Muhammad and his progeny through his progeny try to cover this up. They try to cover it up. But Aisha and the other, and the Sunni Islamic sources, Aisha says if a ayat Prophet Muhammad wanted to be covered, is this one. So excuse me. So then we come to, we married her to you in order that there not be upon the believers any discomfort concerning the wives of their adopted sons. Prophet Muhammad was a hindrance, deliberately forbidding Zaid not to divorce his wife. Yet Zaid did it. So he would have been a hindrance to this in the Sharia coming now, making it easy for the believers concerning the wives of their adopted sons when they no longer have need of them, meaning complete the divorce and iddah. Okay, let's go like that. And ever is the command of Allah accomplished, Allah says. And who should accomplish? So man. Where does Allah say Surah Takwir 23? He has not accomplished what Allah wanted him to accomplish. Right? Same word in different form may be used in Surah. Look. Surah Takwir ayat 23. Now where am I going? Why am I going there? To show you, since Prophet Muhammad failed to, was a hindrance to this command to be accomplished by Allah, this decree to be accomplished by Allah, we go to a similar ayat where Allah says, man has failed. This man or the man has failed. Or this he. This particular person has failed to accomplish the command of Allah. So I worked it out through Islamic Sunni scholarly exegesis and exegesis, which say that Prophet Muhammad, why did he gain the displeasure of Allah? Because he has been a hindrance to the Sharia. And he did not, that means he did not help Allah in accomplishing what Allah, the command of Allah that needed to be fulfilled, accomplished. That's why I come to this ayat, Surah 80, ayat 23. See, nay, not he has accomplished what he commanded him, what Allah commanded him. The age of he, of course, Allah commanded him. So what happens to such a person? Right? And also see this in Shia, since I'm helping multilingual Quran, we're going to see this. The tafsir on this ayat, particular surah ayat, multilingual Quran. That's why I had to come to this ayat. You see? Flow, proper. It's on the topic. I'm on the topic. I'm not straying from the topic. I'm not straying from any context, historical or anything. Now you can see, Sunnis can see clearly why I have come to this ayat, and the Arabic Quran words also. Same. So which man is he? I just worked it out. That it's Prophet Muhammad, right? Let's see what the Shias give us on this. Whether their tafsir is complete or not. See commentary for verse 70. Now, we have to go through the whole tafsir from 17 ayat. um, the tone of these verses indicate that this sure is an admonition to those who became Muslims without the proper understanding of the religion of Allah and its purpose. Those Muslims, see. So Jafar Muhammad, your Shia Tafsir is saying, exegesis is saying, they have not understood. I think you have zero knowledge. Look at this again. Madam, you call Sheikh Hassan Allah Yari. He comes live. I think your knowledge is zero. Right? You think my knowledge is zero? You shouldn't put it this way, although I have gained knowledge. Yet those Muslims, your Shia, Allah Yari Sheikh is a Shia also, and Jafar Muhammad is a Shia also. Now, what has Allah said about these Muslims without the proper understanding of the religion? This is an admonition, sure. That this sure is an admonition, surely is an admonition to those who became Muslims without the proper understanding of the religion of Allah and its purpose. And it seems your religious scholars have done the same thing, Shias. It seems, I worked it out, that they have. So all these blessings, point ayat by ayat, they're not doing this. But anyways, we got something out of it. So no proper, this is an admonition, right? This is what the Sunni exegetes have said, that Allah admonished Prophet Muhammad in these words in Surah 33, ayat 37. Now, moreover, coming to Surah 80, ayat 23, nay, but he has not done what he bade him. See the Quran words also in Quran.com on this. Right? Can I show? Nay, not. He has accomplished what he commanded him. What is the Quran word? Right? Let me get the pronunciation right. In the beginning, when I was doing this, I wasn't. It's not working. Okay, it's silent. Not working. Now, it's from Amara. Right? It's Amri. Same word is used in Surah 33 ayat. In the end, Allah uses, He says, to accomplish. And who didn't? Same word is used in another form, but different form, but it means the same, right? Amru, the command of Allah accomplished. Mahfulan, although here, and aqdi, yani aqad, yani Allah contract. There, this man, is it from contract? Yaqdi, he has accomplished. Okay, in other ways, yaqdi. The contract he has or the covenant he has with Allah, he has not accomplished. Amr, at least this word, commanded to. Nay, not he has accomplished what he, meaning Allah, commanded him. Who is this man? Well, worked out, right, that this is also Prophet Muhammad. So according to you, Shia, your tafsir on this, your Prophet Muhammad is being admonished in Surah 33, Ayah 37, should be, and disqualified like this, like in Surah 80, Ayah 23, that the Prophet did not accomplish what Allah wanted him to accomplish. The tone of these verses indicate that this sure is an admonition to those who became Muslims without the proper understanding of the religion of Allah. So Prophet Muhammad also became a prophet without the proper understanding of the religion of Allah and its purpose. You see, what was the purpose of Allah in Surah 33, Ayah 37? Allah tells you. So now who is the one who doesn't have the proper understanding of the religion of Allah and its purpose? Prophet Muhammad. Shias. Now you see. Okay, so this enough for now. Thank you so much. I will. Any questions? Any accusations, false accusations? Jafar Muhammad? But thank you for the help. At least we came here. This I didn't even know this. But look how Allah, whoever the truth brings me, tell you even more about you Shias and how you took Prophet Muhammad, taking the help of the Sunni exegetes to tell you you're wrong in Surah 33, Ayah 37. If you say that Allah just was implying that, to these people that Prophet Muhammad should not be fearful of you, but he should be fearful of Allah. Enough? Proper understanding. Who doesn't have the proper understanding? So thank you, Sunni exegetes or non-Shia exegetes on Surah 33 and 37. It is your Prophet Jafar Muhammad. And this is the correct interpretation of Surah 33 and 37. Moreover, taking with help of the not only the Sunni exegetes but Quran ayats. Is this not enough proof that moreover Prophet Muhammad did not have proper understanding of the religion of Allah and its purpose? The purpose of Allah in this religion was to accomplish it in the Sharia demonstrated. Prophet Muhammad deliberately forbidding Zaid. Your Sunni exegetes say this, and it's correct what I understood the interpretation of this ayah to be. And in their own words, I'm saying it now. Deliberately forbidding Prophet Muhammad. Deliberately forbidding. When will it get into you people? And please, so then, why are you wasting time? Moreover, Prophet Muhammad may not be the culprit. It could be Allah. So don't pray to this Allah. That if you pray to this Allah, Ya Allah, Aman law and more problems coming. And then you're reading that ayat, that pray for many destructions. And you're thinking, what have you done wrong? Allah, all evil comes from what man has wrought, our hands have wrought. Save me from that and my own evil. Give me good, grant me grace. What's wrong? No, Allah's testing you. And then, but Allah's testing me, but I'm not acting properly for beneficially. I want to help the people. Feeling guilty. there in Karachi, it wasn't like Yazid was tying me not to do कि वो सजदा करे अदा रोको जरा ये तीर कि सजदा करे अदा जख्मों से चूर चूर है ज़हरा का लाडला Imam Hussein. Stop the arrows so that he can do sajda. Hayya ala khair al amal. Come quick for good deeds. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Rush to good deeds. For humanity, helping another person, correcting myself, saying sorry to my parents. If ever I disrespect whatever I did, I apologize, which I did for that, and correcting and being hayya Allah khair fi sabil Allah. Now, Zahra, in year 2000, fi sabil Allah. Even wanting to, no attachment or anything, loving someone and feeling guilty, no. I should not meet her until I give something, until I make someone happy also, until I don't get angry at someone, until I apologize, correct my falterings, mistakes and all this. Feeling guilty. And you Shias, asking from Shah, for the sake of Shah Qasim, may our wedding, our wife, and you want that displayed wife, you know, the one with long, okay, some of you also, okay, you know, you say, okay, it's okay, okay. Yeah? And what are you doing for humanity? Fashion designing, some of you, or in the banks, working. You can't work in the bank. Interest. I was so scared reading that ayat, coming across it again and paying full attention to it. That I, thank God I didn't have a credit card in London when I was there a student. I had a debit card, so hardly any interest on that. Hardly. But, you know, war, Allah and the Messenger. Even now I don't have a credit card. No interest. Allah's Messenger says like it will be like sand. Riba will become like sand. It will, but Allah and the Messenger have warred against them. So this, how many of you Shias gain wives by sake of Shah Qasim to Allah, Imam Hassan's son? What are you giving? Tell me, Jafar Muhammad, where do you work? What are you giving to people? I had to really deeply think about this. What do I want to give? Material, fashion designing, or farming and truth to humanity? How many Shias can say, the ones who come here? That's why I said, please bring your ulamas who we've known, have worked, have had a simple life, not like someone like you, Jafar Muhammad. I don't even know what you are doing and what your wife is doing, if you have a wife. And what are you giving to the people? I was scared to practice law then when I read Al-Kafi. And what if I mess up in the criminal? And I told them in London also. So they told me, no. I said, no, how can I? What if he's a criminal? Then I'm his what do you call it? Lawyer. No, I can't. How many lawyers have let go? You know, even a very great lawyer now, rising sun in Karachi, he could not make out that these ones who came to him and gave him their case that they are innocent of rape, not guilty of raping this lady or girl. He got them off. And then when he was leaving the court, after he won the case for them, thinking they're not guilty, they're not rapists, Both of them were laughing. They made fun. He couldn't go back in the court and say, Judge Sab, reopen the case. For 1 month or 1 week, he was, or 2 weeks, he was depressed, locked in his room, bedroom. Karachi, right? I said, like, why couldn't you go back? Like, what is this? So the two rapists who were actually were laughing. हम लोगों ने rape किया और देखो कैसे छूट गए. We raped the girl or the woman and see how we became scot free. छूट गए. Okay. Very shocking, really shocking. Oh, so I got scared reading Al Kafi that, who religious scholar and those who judge, who are our jurists from among the religious scholars, who to choose and how to know. And I'm like, I'll have to live with them to know inside what they are doing, and how can I know who is a true religious scholar, like a genuine Shia religious scholar, genuine Shia, true. And don't do this. Oh God, because aage jaake fire. Okay, I can do certain things that I can't help against myself. Like I said, I can cheat myself, but I pray to God that I used to pray to God, never cheat others or keep others in the dark or betray others. No way. I'd rather die. Please take my life when it's not good for anyone. Forget myself, right? Imam Zain al Abidin and Sayyid in Sajjadia, the prayer Psalms, right? Imam Zain al Abidin Psalms. Please take me when oh Allah, oh Ya Ilahi, take my life when it's not good for myself or others or on your path now. So take it, or things like that, right? Sorry, excuse me, with no disrespect. So now, okay, I think it's enough. I'm very tired. You don't know how I've survived, because you see my inside. I can't subject myself, because I'm not to any kind of contradictions, controversies, traumatized and all this. I have no patience. Please don't test my patience here. And now the burden has fallen, financial burden on my country, the passport that I hold. I have lived most of my life in Pakistan, but that's not my country. So I had to come back to my father, like my great grandfather's side country. And the burden of financial has fallen on them. And what am I giving them in return? Risking my life. The truth I want to give them, right? And not do illegal things or anything, but like if I can get cigarettes for without this, like little bit, yeah, like this, I do. Okay, thank you so much, and wish you all the best. And so, in my condition, I feel okay. The little illegal stuff is that if I get cigarettes for lower price, and even if they are fake, or then because I smoke a lot and I can't afford, and rents are going high, and so. But otherwise, that kind of illegal stuff, paying my government, my country, no, I don't want to do. And I want to confess that also when I do it, that I'm doing this because I'm not well and because I'm not financial, that, and rents are going up and all this. So if I find a store selling cigarettes without the stamp and for lesser money, then definitely I buy it. Okay, so that kind of illegal stuff I do. I've indulged in. Okay, so this, and I also one day will confess. I have to. I want to give the truth to my country and the people of my country and all the people. I don't want to lie. I want to be honest, and all this. Thank you so much. All the best. And so I'm leaving you. Thank you for your time and attention. Please help us out. Those who are not well, please understand our condition also and cooperate, please. Right? So many pleases and pleading with you people, yet look at how not considering my condition, nothing. Tell Allah Yari, I hope he leaves his Shia Islam now. I hope I've helped Sheikh Hassan Allah Yari to leave Shia Islam also, right? For good. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it if he see this live stream and share this. I don't need followers like, maybe for, reach places and then the feeds. On the feed it would come. I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. But then, it's not quality. It's not quantity. It's quality that matters. So if the Shias are coming here, I don't want to scare them away or insult them away or cancel them like this, like Jafar Muhammad has cancelled me, try to, but he won't succeed in this. I'll be coming back again, right? I've risked so much and I've come so far on the truth. And if now, even if I was wrong, I would correct myself, right? And I'm not those kind of Shias also, yeah? Or ex-Muslims that have gone with these Indians and who have lied. I've experienced on my channel the Indian Hindus lying about Islam, getting carried away also. That Elena Ali just needs, the enemy is just standing there. Elena Ali just needs a little bit to say this. So look at this, right? Elena Ali, how many of this I've वीडियो 62 दैट सूरत अल अहज़ाब पर एक्स मुस्लिम की गलत बयानी और काम इल्मी का जवाब और कम लेस इल्म नॉलेज का जवाब एलेना अली चैनल। देखो इधर भी आए हिंदू बहुत कोशिश की कि मैं इनकी लाइस पे जाऊं अगेंस्ट इस्लाम, लेकिन मैं नहीं गई। ये तो छोड़ दे आर्या। दिस वीडियो 95 dash the losers 2023 the dark times on ex-Muslims movement। सब ये ex Muslim जैसे ये समीर ex Muslim, ये हिंदी प्योर हिंदी जानता है, ये इन्होंने काला मुंह किया है। ऑल्दो एलेना अली ex Muslims का काला मुंह कर दिया। एडम सी कर देगा, कैसे बात करता है एलेना अली herself, I don't, बट वो ट्विस्ट एंड टर्न करती है। लेकिन ये सुन के और एक्सपीरियंस करके, जैसे मैंने एक्सपीरियंस किया है लेना, प्रिंसेस ज़हरा को मैं डिफेंड करने गई थी, उनके चैनल पे स्क्रीन पहुंच गई, राइट। अभी ये मैंने फुल नहीं देखा है, लेकिन आई मीन ये जो मैंने एक्सपीरियंस किया उस पर मैं बोल रही हूँ। हिंदू मुस्लिम, हिंदू इंडियंस लेडी स्पेशल प्रोग्राम के खिलाफ साजिश, काली दासी के काले वार, इलेना अली के चैनल को देखें। इस्माइलीज नहीं करते, स्ट्राइक ही नहीं देते बेचारे, और हिंदू भी नहीं दे रहे स्ट्राइक, अजीब। इस्माइली स्ट्राइक नहीं दे रहे हैं इलेना अली when she's on that ex-Ismaili against Ismaili against Al Khan, she's made a channel on YouTube, वो different channel है, it's a different channel। उस पर भी क्या क्या नई लाइज बोलती है, लेकिन ये तो लाई नहीं बोल सकती। आई मीन ठीक है बोलती है कुछ लाइज कुछ, लेकिन ये देखें मैं खुद कहूंगी कि हाँ हिंदुओं ने मुझे हेल्प नहीं किया बल्कि मेरा ऑब्स्टिकल बन गए। हिंदूज भी इंडियन कुछ इधर जो आ रहे हैं झूठ बोल रहे हैं, मुझे झूठ कहलवाने का, लाइक आई ट्राई टू गेट मी कैरिड अवे, then I stopped and I thought about it and I came, and then I said I have to be in more guard, more guard. बाबा ये हक है, ये कोई वो नहीं है. Like हक के लिए हम कर रहे हैं, right? और किसके लिए कर रहे हैं? For truth and all this. So I can't say it properly, but ये देखें क्या कलम. हालांकि बल्कि मैं इलेना अली के वहां गई हूँ और इलेना अली के अगेंस्ट में कितनी वीडियोस बनाई, लाइव स्ट्रीम्स बनाई, फिर एक भी मेरा पिक्चर नहीं है. यानी शायद क्या इनका वो इलेना अली का इस्माइलिज्म के ऊपर है, शायद उधर, बिकॉज टू डिफेंड प्रिंसेस ज़ारा, stand like a rock. हालांकि I don't believe in Ismailism either, but जो गलत है वो गलत है, जो झूठ है वो झूठ है, राइट? इलेना अली ने जो झूठ कहा है प्रिंसेस, बेचारी प्रिंसेस ज़ारा के अगेंस्ट, इलेना, ओह सॉरी, क्या हो गया मुझे, इलेना अली, शायद, ओह Elena Ali versus the Vanishing Ismaili Missionary. हाँ, ये आगा खानीज़म लाइव चैनल है. It's a channel on. So, not that I believe in Ismailism, but that's not right. Vanishing Ismaili Missionary. भाग गया. नहीं नहीं, ऐसा करें, एलेना अली बीबी खातून, खातून क्या बोलते हैं आप, come here, come on my channel, I invite you. Like, तो इधर आप जब आएंगे ना, जब मैं आपके चैनल पे आई थी तो आपने मेरे मुंह में वर्ड्स बोले और मुझे बोलना ही नहीं दिया. टू डिफेंड प्रिंसेस ज़ाहरा, आगा खान. तो कभी आप दूसरों के चैनल पे भी जाए, अपने चैनल पे ग्रुप में उनको ऐसा बुली नहीं करते हैं आप, तो ऐसे हेरा फेरी जैसे आपके प्रॉफिट ने किया इधर, और अल्लाह ने हेरा फेरियां की हैं कुरान की आयतों में, करके निकाल देते हैं, हमें बोलने ही नहीं देते, हमारे मुंह में वर्ड्स देते हैं और ऐसे नर्वस कर देते हैं, इतने कनिंगली बुली नहीं, बुली तो ऐसे ना. तो बहन यहाँ आए मेरे चैनल पे, फिर बात करें, जैसे मैं हिंदुओं को भी बात नहीं करने देती हूँ इधर लाइव चैट पे, एक भी नहीं, यानी कमेंट भी नहीं. झूठ नहीं बोलो अगेंस्ट इस्लाम, इधर आपने झूठ बोला है, वैसे ही हम आपके साथ सलूक करेंगे, बहुत अच्छा. नहीं नहीं, आई मीन आपको तो अलाउ करेंगे, लेकिन आप वैसे नहीं बोल सकती जैसे अपने चैनल पे आप बोलती हैं, झूठ. थैंक यू सो मच. रफू चक्कर करके हेरा फेरी.
So much.
Let me just play this video. Leave you.
We'll be back until then. Thank you so much.